What's going on? I hope I sound good. I have a... Oops, that's not going to sound good. I have a pretty loud voice, so if you could put up with some wind noise for a minute while I enjoy some lovely organic Canadian... American... No, it's a Canadian Virginian flute organic tobacco that I get at Leaf Only. My friends are Leaf Only. Go to leafonly.com. They don't pay me to say this. I'm just hooking them up because they're so cool. I hope you guys are doing great today. I recorded an episode. There's no one in here yet, so I'm just going to babble until I can share this. You guys may have seen the studio that I create to make it look like I'm driving. I would never do that, would I? That's crazy. I recorded an episode of Oversharing with my lovely friend Sharon. And it's going to be for this Thursday, so make sure you check it out. I don't know if I can share this while I'm live. I'm going to attempt it and see what happens. Can I thumbs it up? Look at that. No, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can share. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm just going to babble while I try. So we recorded an episode today. I'm live again. I might have dropped out there for a minute. No one's in here, so it didn't matter. So... if that was recorded, hey, enjoy it. If not, I was just scatting anyway, you know. Go to morelawsmoreproblems.com if you want to get a beard like this. I'm just kidding. You could go to morelawsmoreproblems.com, though. That is my website. So go there and you know, check out my blogs that I've had there for like 11 or 12 years. You know, check out Tony. What's up, brother? I got an audience now. I can begin my broadcast. What's going on? I'm just going to respond to you as I, talking wise. What's up, Speedy Lee? What's up? Oh my God. So I'm here to share all this great news and all these things that I've been going across, but so Speedy, I don't know if you've heard of this, but wait till I let Jeremiah know too. And I'm letting the world know. Actually, last week on the Oversharing show, I mentioned it, and it was an episode we recorded about 2 weeks ago. So, I let out some news, then I got some news, and I'll just say, go back and watch that episode. It's last week's episode, everybody, but to give you a hint, we'll just say that there's some question as to who's the rightful father, parentage of my father. Anyway, so, I got some new information in that department, and it's been nothing but a real blessing in disguise. I've been able to let go of a lot of things, and you know, I still get along with everybody involved. It's not like anything bad happened, but I just got some information. I'll be 49 in about a month and a week or so. So for me to get this information now, it just lets a lot of things fall into place and click. So it's really crazy, and then for a while, like, there was an interim period where I found out, you know, this info, but I didn't know, you know, who my real father was. It was just kind of left up for a little bit, so I had another discussion. So I'm like, am I an immaculate conception, you know, or is my father a rock star? Well, it turns out he's a physical man, still alive, and I know, wow, right? And my real grandmother and real aunt have been in my life, my whole life, and I just thought they were close friends of the family. So it just turns out, so it's really cool. So now I have my loving dad who raised me, and I just didn't always see eye to eye. That's why things click into place. I think it was a me thing, not a him thing. I think you guys did. But, and then there's this guy, I haven't met him, but apparently he's like a little bit of a womanizer or whatever, you know, because I was talking to my aunt now, who's my aunt, who's a sister. And yeah, so whatever. I mean, maybe he's not. I'm not making claims, but in his past, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy, because I had that cycle, but then I, you know, overcame it. Now I have this beautiful life, and I don't even look at things that way anymore. So crazy. That's not what this podcast is about. That's just to give some context of why I've been having these like amazing, I don't know, you could call them like...
There's a 7-minute slowdown on I-91 South in 5 miles. You're still on the fastest route.
In my fake studio. Did you guys hear that? Anyway, you probably didn't hear it because Zoom is so good. Thank you. The hair is looking out. So I was thinking about getting it trimmed a little. I am tying the knot, as they say, on June 22nd. And then we were watching Prometheus, my wife and I, that lovely movie in the Alien series. And I'm long and short of it, there's a scene where they're watching a recording of a guy, it's like a hologram, and he's like, I'm coming to you from June 22 June 2091. And I'm like, 22 June? That's the date in like a month I'm getting married. It's crazy, these synchronicities. So technically in the eyes of God, we're already married, but we're just going to do a celebration for everyone, real small thing. So, you know, anyway, so I've been having these realizations, and oh yeah, that's why I wanted to get it trimmed. I was like, maybe a little, just the ends, but it, you know, what am I gonna do? I just been, you know, I hope you guys have been doing well out there. Everyone, especially, you know, I'm talking to Speedy over here and her lovely husband. I know I haven't really been in. I'm sure you guys get it. It's just, I realized relationship. The beautiful thing is, the shadow work or any work, self work, and the self knowledge, if you're open to it, is exponentially reflect. You know, it's like reflected back at you. Really, if you're open to it. And my wife and I have this amazing relationship, great communication, and it, you know, we've been focusing on that a lot lately. Plus, I've been, you know, working and all this stuff. You guys get it. But I have an interview in that I did over the winter that I'm waiting to. I haven't gotten out yet, but I will get it out very soon. Shout out to Charlie Siegel. He's the son of Bernie Siegel, not Bernie Sanders. Bernie Siegel. He was an author. He still is I think he's still alive. That's his grandfather anyway. I interviewed his grandson. He and his mother own a crystal shop that we go to, and he's also an author. And he has this big book he put together of all his photography and different like poems and writings and different stuff, and it's really cool. You could kind of flip through it if you could read through it all of, you know, but you can also flip through it like a divinary tool, and that's what we did. So we had a great conversation. He's it's just amazing to meet people out in the world, not on the internet, that are into this kind of stuff, and he's been into it his whole life, so talking to him, he's really chill, and it's really cool. So the hair is almost too long now. Yeah, issues I never imagined. Yeah, I hear you, right? Yeah. I'm not gonna say. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I just don't want to have any problems going to the bathroom. You know, like if I'm, you know, because I'm a wizard. I might be drunk. I might be high. Allegedly, I might be. Who knows? And then all of a sudden my hair. You know, you get it. Anyway, I love you guys. So, actually, I was just talking about you guys. I talk about you guys. You guys are my favorite. I talk about you all the time. I was telling some story. It'll come back to me. And it probably had to do with that ring. I want to see what you guys said about it, but I haven't gone back on Telegram. That's another thing, too, with social media. You know, some people are like, I'm going to take a social media break, and then they announce it to everybody. I heard that we were watching Family Guy, and he's like, it's not really a break if you have to announce it, you know. So anyway, I've taken this. Well, it's not really a break because I still have to use it to promote the show and talk to my great group and the overshare and chat. Thank you, guys. But, you know, other than that, I'll, like, open Instagram and then just immediately close it. I'm like, I can't do it. Even Elizabeth is like, I've been sending you these things. We used to send these fun things. I'm like, yeah, I know, I can't explain it, but I still look at them. Anywho, so, yeah, you guys are great. I want to see the reaction to my lovely new amber ring that I got. Can you guys believe it? I went to a used record shop, and they had some crystal jewelry, and I looked down, and lo and behold, yeah, Stark, hell yeah. Yo, we got to get back on the, I got a lot to talk about with you, Stark, on the records. We got so much to talk about let's do a show soon. But I'm in a record store, and the dudes there are always so chill. There's this older guy there with like a goatee, and he's cool, but I could tell he's probably like snarky to other people, you know, but I'm just like this giant, and there's this ongoing joke between Elizabeth and I, because I think I've told the guy like 3 times I'm a wedding DJ, you know, without even knowing it, because I'm just this. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a wedding DJ. And she's like, so now we're always like, oh, I forgot to tell him I was a wedding DJ. So anyway, he was in there real chill. And I'm like, what's up with this ring? He's like, I don't know, man. It's been in here a while. He's like, I think it's cool. I'm like, yeah. And it was a very good price. So I purchased it, and now I have this cool amber ring. And, you know, I've showed everybody, and nobody really thinks it's they don't think what you would think by looking at it. So, hang on, I'm going to look at those comments with this guy. In my fake driving studio, this guy over here. All right. We do. I miss you, brother. Yes, I miss you guys, too. 100%, man. I just been working. You know what it's like. I didn't realize what a selfish piece of shit I've become because I've been such a hermit, you know. It's great though. No, I'm just being silly. I'm reacting to the fake traffic in front of me in my studio. So, no, anyway, everything's going great. I've been acting like I hardly exist online. Yeah, I didn't even tell anyone. Yeah, that's... Dude, it's just happening to all of us. This is what I'm realizing this time. Okay, this is what I could talk about since I'm just ranting. A theory of mine is like around 2020, 2021, 2022. We were always talking about this period that it's going to happen. There's going to be like either a script flip of politics or something nuts, or the apocalypse, or something's going to happen where things are going to start to manifest in real time. And I think that's what's happening, especially after May, while Purge is not. And the people who are stuck in all that energy are manifesting all these crazy, terrible things for themselves. And I don't even know what's going on, because honestly, my friend texted me. So I have a group text with two of my friends, and he texted something, I guess, that had happened. I didn't understand the reference. And he's like, who had that on their bingo card? Like who guessed that was going to happen? I didn't get the reference. So I replied, I was like, who had 3 crows chasing a bald eagle away from Kmart, or the rubble that used to be Kmart where I grew up, where I was a couple weeks ago. I stopped into my hometown, and I stopped at this other store that's in this plaza. We saw 3 crows chasing a bald eagle out to sea, because it was in the direction of Long Island Sound. It's not the sea, but these 3 crows were like sticking up for their Kmart parking lot, whatever. And it was great. You could watch them because it's so flat, and the sound is like right there. It's like a half a mile from the water, so you could just see them chase them out. And then one at a time, they flew back in, and they were just gliding. They were so tired, I could tell. But I'm like, great job, crows. So anyway, I put in the text, I'm like, who had 3 crows chasing a bald eagle out of Kmart parking lot on their card? Like, I didn't. That was my response. They know I'm crazy. It's fun. So anyway. Exciting things and good omens. What an omen that was. And that omen, that's exactly what happened before I got the news that I referred to earlier. I went to hang out with my family. It's crazy, right? And it's actually a suspicion I had, and I'm the one who brought it up. So, I just confirmed. I confirmed what I already knew. You guys get it? I've probably known it my whole life. It just makes so much sense that this has been the case my whole life. Anyway. Good stuff though, and it's funny when I tell people, I've been telling people in real life, I go to weddings and stuff, I've just been telling everybody because I want to set up bits, but I realize as I tell them, they start to relate, and they think, oh my God, what if I got that news? And then they feel bad for me because they think that's how I feel. And I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to run bits by you. I need to get on the stage. It just hasn't been working out, but I got all this, and especially with this thing, I just found out, oh my God, it's been locking things into place. I'm like, who's my daddy? It's great. And I'm like, don't tell me, I don't want to know, because then I can't be like, who's my daddy? You guys get it. Sark has lost 2 YouTube accounts since yeah, there you go. Exactly, dude. It's so funny. I was on my YouTube studio because I have my, I was back home when I was originally started this with Sharon. I was at my parents', and I had my Mac Mini with my giant screen set up. So I have that now set up. And when I was on the YouTube studio thing, it right on the top every time, it talks about this one strike I got because, I talked to some people in 2020 about what was going on, and I left it up. But anyway, they didn't take it down till last year, 2024, and they gave me a strike or a warning or something. But anyway, it's always at the top of my channel. I think it's hilarious. It's a badge of honor. So Elizabeth was just in the room, and she's like, what's that, a strike? She's like, what'd you do? And I was like, oh, that's from 2020 when we were talking about the truth. She's like, oh my God, she's like, you're so badass. She's like, you got a strike on YouTube. She's like, you're a bad boy. I was like, yeah, I'm a YouTube bad boy. I didn't get kicked off yet. It's just because I'm so ambiguous with what I talk about, but I got a strike, baby. I don't get caught. And there's this other thing that came up, which is really funny. I'm trying to think. With YouTube. Oh yeah, it was in the recording today. You guys have to see this Thursday's episode. You should tune in because I've been working on some comedy, and I put it in with. We put it in with our. Go ahead, car. You can go. I'm just kidding. I'm not really driving. The comedies. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying, but I remember the comedy. We were talking about Gollum, and I did a Gollum voice too, and we were basically just saying I don't want to give it all away, watch the episode, but like Gollum is part of the reason the ring got destroyed. So if you're out there judging somebody, anyone you hate, you know, whoever's listening to my voice right now, I'm breaking the third wall. I stopped that story to break the fourth wall, the third wall. Anyway, whoever's listening to my voice, if you have someone in your life that just annoys the shit out of you, or you hate, or you want, whatever, I get it. Listen, guys, I get it more than anyone. You know, I was a United States Marine. I'm a United States Marine veteran, which means they put me in a place for 3 months, and they told me this word. It was a mantra. They had me repeat it over and over and over again. This word. Every time they gave me a command, I had to yell this word as loud as I can. So I'm not going to say this word yet. There will be a big reveal. Don't worry. But to give an example, if the word was like, go, they'd be like, all right, put your left sock on now. I'd have to say, go. And then they'd be like, 10, 9, 8. All right, get your right sock on now. And we'd have to go. And I'd be like, 10, 9. All right, so the word wasn't go. But anyway, 3 months of this, you know, and I'm not a victim. I signed up for it, and I watched Full Metal Jacket. I knew what I'm in for, what I was getting into. I mean, I was 18. I didn't exactly realize. But what I'm just saying is they put me in this place, and they made me repeat this word over and over again. And the word was fucking kill, okay? That was the word that I had to, like, wake up and sleep with and eat with. It was kill. So I understand if you have frustrations about somebody. I'm not saying, listen, I've worked over this shit now. You know, I just laugh at everybody. But I can relate, because previously in my life, I probably had that worldview where I was like, I just want this person to be destroyed. But think about it. That person in your life, dear viewer or dear listener, this person you're picturing right now, are they worse than Gollum? Do they fucking reek to high hell, and everything they do, they just want to trick you so they can get your ring? They're probably not as bad as him. They can't, at least they don't stink as bad as him. Like, maybe they have a few of his characteristics or qualities, but they can't retain all of Gollum's qualities. So therefore, if they're just a little bit better than Gollum is one of the reasons why the whole thing was good. So maybe there's a purpose for this terrible person that you can't stand. There's some whimsical cosmic, I make up my own words there. There's some reason for their existence that you can't see, that maybe later in the future they're going to bump into you and you're going to remember to go buy Powerball and you're going to win $40 million. I don't know. I can't tell. Trying to figure out, or saying that you know what's going to happen, is certainty. And we all know that certainty is the road to ruin. Am I right, everybody? You have more gray in your beard. Yes, and I'm jealous. Yes, so I'm fucking killing it. Thank you. And I'm really excited about this Stream of Consciousness podcast. Let me know what you guys think. Are you entertained? Are you not entertained? Because I am entertaining the thought of doing this on a more regular basis. You know, not always in my car studio, but, you know, because I feel like I have a lot to say, and people out there like you listening now, the 2 people in here at least, and the people I've been in and out, and the people that watch the Oversharing Show, you know, I think you guys need some more entertainment in your life, the kind that I can give, because I'm putting some stuff together, and it feels like we're all doing it, and, you know, I'll be the conduit for now. Other people can join me. We'll have other people on, but I think I should make it a more regular thing. I feel better after I do it and express myself, you know, why not? So, yeah. Oh, 4 people now. Look at that. It just doubled. Oh, hang on. Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Let me get to the point and light more tobacco. That didn't rhyme. And this is organic tobacco. You can get the whole leaves at leafonly.com. It's right here in lovely Middletown, Connecticut. You can either drive there Monday through Friday. They're open till about 5 o'clock. Or you can order it online and get it fresh to your door. Organic American or Canadian Virginian flute tobacco. And they also have a wide assortment of other tobacco where you can roll blunts. Guys, they're not even paying me. This tobacco is just so great. I hope if I talk about them enough, they'll just start giving me free tobacco. So if you order tobacco from them, tell them you heard about it from Brandon Bonanza. Say he's the tall guy that comes in every couple weeks that looks like Jesus and talks about his podcast. Say, I bought it because of him. I heard about it because of him. You should probably give him free tobacco. I would if I was your company. That makes sense. You know, maybe not a lot of people are listening to him right now, but in the future, if you get in early, it's like investing, right? Anyway. That's my sales pitch to Leaf Only. Come on, Leaf Only. Give me some free tobacco. Give it to me, baby. I'm not Jesus. He just looks exactly like me. Oh, actually, sarcastic. If you haven't been paying attention recently, I know you've been in your hole and I've been in mine, but there's a new phrase I've been using lately, and it's, I look like I've died for your sins. I mean, like, I get that I look like I died for your sins, because in this way I can refer to it, you know, because it's not a claim, and I'm sure. Do you have a helicopter in your studio? Yes, there's a thopter, actually. It's a ornithopter. I stole it from Arrakis. Actually, I stole it from Arrakis because I'm back on the listening to Dune, but not as voraciously as before, you know, a little bit here and there. But I'm on Heretics of Dune, and I do agree now wholeheartedly with Sarcastic about the Frank novels versus the other ones. That's not a discussion I'll get into now, but I see what he means, and now after listening to it, and it's weird because as I listen to these novels in my free time, you know, 10 minutes here or there, it's not like I would just, like before, I was like, oh, you know, and I'd be listening. I wouldn't even be live, but I'm just simply listening to Dune right now. Anyway, it's just, things are sliding into place. It's crazy. But, yeah, I mean, I'm probably about 10 minutes from where I'm going in my car studio. I put a pizza in the oven. It's going to be done in about 10 minutes, so I'm going to have to wrap this up in 10 minutes for my car studio, for my fake car studio. Isn't AI amazing? I mean, look at this. I'm not even, guys, I'm black. Look at this AI, it's amazing. I'm not black, I'm just the funniest guy anybody knows. Oh my God. Dude, this is kind of a funny thing. I told Sharon today on the podcast. I love Sharon, she's probably watching, but maybe it's just you had to be there kind of story, but I did a wedding Sunday, and I didn't usually, well, whatever, so before I line the people up for the introduction, because what I do, I'm the MC, I'm a DJ for people who don't know. I'm a wedding DJ. Guys, did you know I'm a wedding DJ? I DJ weddings. Did you know that? So I was lining the people up for the introductions, and if you don't know what happens, they had a cocktail hour outside, and I was in the banquet with all my stuff. So they let the people in, everyone comes in, sits down. I go outside, line up the parents, the bridal party, grandparents, you know. So I was doing that. It was taking a little bit of a while because there's, it just took a while. It had nothing under my control, just drunk people. It's like herding cats sometimes, but it was cool. They were really chill. It was, you know, a lot of people, that's all. Anyway, so we got them done, and I lined everyone up, said they're all set. So I ran inside to go do the announcements. They're like at the door. And I went over to the photographers and videographer, and I'm like, all right, guys, because I like to make sure they're here. You know, like, I don't want to do that, and then they didn't have their camera on. You know, that's not good. It's not a good look. We didn't get your thing. So I'm like, you guys are good to go. We're going to do the intros, first dance, you know, parent dances, toasts, and then we're good. And they're like, all right, yeah, that's good. Cool, that sounds good. And then they're like, what's the holdup? And I'm like, this conversation. Immediately, he's like, what's the holdup? I'm like, this conversation. I'm like, you guys good? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So, you know, I just been on fire. I said it in a loving way, like I smiled. Incredible Aryan filter, yeah. So anyway, as I still have some time. Don't despair, everybody. There's still a little time. But as I wrap up this lovely little live stream, I want to share a poem that I wrote the other day. And it's when... Oh, yeah, hang on, I can't share. Where's the... I only got 6 lighters. It's not enough. You think that, like, you know, they'd invent something cool, like your finger turns into a lighter, you know? It's all this tobaccophobia. I'm gonna start calling it. You have tobaccophobia? I get it. They put a lot of, Hi guys, I'm Brandon Bonanza. You have tobaccophobia? I understand. With the chemicals that they put in cigarettes these days, it's actually quite disgusting. I just threw up in the back of my mouth a little bit. They really destroy tobacco, and I want to let you know that you could just smoke regular tobacco. You don't have to get what's on your street corner. You know, listen, if you want to smoke crack, go to the street corner. If you want to smoke cigarettes, go to leafonly.com. Whoa, there's a Wild Aces guy going by me in his motorcycle. He's got like a motorcycle club jacket. Yo, he is tough. Anyway, good for him. I'm just, that's just jealous because I was thinking about taking my motorcycle ride, my motorcycle studio out for a ride, but the motorcycle studio it just didn't work out with people I was going. Anyway, so yeah, don't have tobacco phobia. But as I wrap this up, I just want you all to know my poem. Because I feel like this poem has, whoa, as I'm saying, there's like a crow flying over. Hail! As I'm saying, this poem has the ability, ability's not the right word. I think this poem has, I guess you could say, the ability to, like, you know, really stick in people's minds. I had something much better in my mind to say about my poem, but then I'm like, am I being, like, egotist? It's so funny. I think this poem can change the world, is what I was gonna say. And I'm here, you're so excited you're here to see it. No, anyway, it's a funny, it's, you know, I'm funny. Anyway, here it goes. Are you gonna do it? Alright. When... that was not the right time. Thank you, God. Whoa. That's what I get for trying to be funny and have dramatic effect. Alright. We're almost there anyway. This is going to be perfect. It's going to line up so well. You guys are going to be so excited when you hear this poem. I'm just building it up. We have 3 people in here with me at this current point. I'm very excited. Here we go. When will we wander with wild wonder, without wicked worldly worry? When? Yeah, see? It's gonna change the world, you know? Yeah, maybe, who knows? I think, you know, it could. I'll be like, I'm gonna take the Kanye West approach. I'm God, it's gonna change the world, I'm the best. I'm talking about, like, why he became famous. I'm not keeping up on any current events. I'm just saying I have a theory that Kanye West became famous because he just wouldn't take no for an answer, and he was convinced he was the best rapper out there, and he thought it so much until he surrounded himself with people, enough of them, millions and billions, that thought he is one of the best rappers. So if he can do it, why can't I? And I just want to point out something for you number nerds out there like me, you number nerds. There's 11 words in that. Yes, I do say when at the end, so that'll make it 12 technically, but 11 original words, 11 words that start with W and double U. So 2 times 11 is 22. So I realized after I wrote it, there was like a master number contained in there, and I just sat there. I didn't plan on that. I just fit in words, and I just put them in where they fit, and kept going through all the W words in my head like a fucking lunatic, like 2 o'clock in the morning, chain smoking, as art's created. You guys get it. And I was like, and then I'm like, whoa. After I wrote it, I'm like 22. W's or V's, as Sharon said. You'll see on the podcast. I'm spoiling a lot, but there's so much more. Check out Thursday's show, guys. Come back Thursday. DJ BJ, what's up, Rico? Yo, I work with Rico. Rico, what is going on? Give Rick some love. I am here. My car studio has arrived to where it's going. So thank you guys so much for joining. Remember, morelawsmoreproblems.com. This isn't for the people that were listening in here. The people who are listening in here, I will see you or talk to you in real life soon. Or on the Zoom life. Yo, let's get on that Zoom life, Sark. Seriously, let's do something. And, let's text or Telegram or whatever. Maybe this or next week. More tobacco for all, yeah. And listen, if you guys want tobacco, go to morelawsmoreproblems.com. Leave a comment. Get a hold of me. I will, because leaf only sells whole leaves, right? So, I'm not just trying to support leaf only. If you guys want to cut up tobacco, hit me up. I got an electric shredder. I'll shred it up, add a little donation, whatever, whatever it is. I don't care. Trade me something. I just want more people to smoke this delicious tobacco. But, if if I can make it worth my while, then buy a meal with some of, trading tobacco. Let's do it with a bunch. I don't mean, you get it, guys. I'm weird when I talk about money. I'm Bhagwan Brandon. I got a bunch of new brand names now. I'm Brandon Bonanza Rinpoche. Look up the meaning of the word Rinpoche. I am so precious. The precious Smeagol. He wants it to does the precious Rinpoche. Rinpoche means precious in Tibetan Buddhism, apparently. I have a cigarette injector, and it's awesome. I have a hot beef injection for you, my friend. Just kidding. But I do love you that much that, I'm gay for you. I just don't want to do physical gay things anyway. Not that I ever did them. This is the humor I bring you guys, because you don't know if listen, there's this one, I'll end on this. My lovely wife, Elizabeth, I realized when I gaze into her eyes and I look deep into her eyes, I want you out there, if you have a love in your life, gaze into their eyes. Even if it's a pet or a dog or whatever it is, a woman or a fucking donkey, gaze into their eyes. Oh my God, there's a rabbit in the mirror. So I'm in my car studio, parked at where I'm going, and I'm looking in the rearview mirror and I could see the ground and there's a rabbit. What an amazing omen. We've been seeing bunnies everywhere. They're multiplying like bunnies. So gaze into that bunny's eyes, because the word gaze means so much than to look. I don't think people understand. I'm a wordsmith. My last name is Smith. And it ended up this way despite anyone's best judgment. I still ended up with the name Smith, right? Or whatever, you get it. I'm a wordsmith. I love the dictionary. You got to look up gaze. It has such a deeper meaning than look or to peer or to, glance. Gaze is like you're giving your full attention. And I believe intention is the most important currency in this realm. Wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. It's been said before. So when you're gazing really intently into the eyes of your lover, you'll see something. And I also want to point out that I just talked for about the last 2 minutes about gaze. And no one got uncomfortable. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. I'm leaving you on that one. Make sure you tip your waitress. I will be here all week. And I don't know how to end this if I hit the X. All right, guys. morelawsmoreproblems.com's a website. Send me money. I love you. No, I'm just kidding. Hit me up. You know the deal. All right, guys. I love you all. Take care. Love, peace, and hair grease.